Hi, my name is Sabrina. I am a special education teacher's aide in the Blount County, Tennessee public school system, currently working at Montvale Elementary School. I am also the parent of 4 wonderful children, 2 girls and 2 boys. 2 of my children, my oldest daughter and my oldest son, have both, in the past, been evaluated with special needs. They both developed speech impediments, which would over the course of time require them to receive speech pathology-related services under a Section 504 plan. My son's impediment, his name is Caden, was severe enough that he did not speak at all for several years as a toddler, finally beginning to use a very limited vocabulary just prior to kindergarten. Much of his first year in public school included involvement in an IEP, which had been developed for his particular speech problems. As a parent, nothing was more frustrating than to try to communicate with your own child, finding the task nearly impossible most of the time. When he wanted something, he would use sounds, mainly grunts and whines, along with gestures to communicate with my husband and me. We eventually began to call his language Cadenese. My own son spoke a language which we just did not understand. Even though he had been evaluated and was receiving speech services, the communication between the school and my husband and me was minimal, and for the most part, as parents, the methodology was extremely difficult to understand. His educational goals were based on his ability to eventually communicate. However, we were not being kept in the loop with his performance, and we were not sure what we could do to help, both with his school classwork or his home studies. Additionally, we found that the schoolwork and speech-related lessons that our son was bringing home with him was not targeted to a specific level of ability. Most of it was regular grade-based standardized curriculum, which did not align to his abilities. An already frustrating situation was only getting worse. For my project, I chose to do a community-based project which highlights and examines certain technological tools that are making the special education classroom a more productive environment by aligning standards-based curriculum with the actual evaluated abilities and goals of the student. A teacher's ability to stay on track and to present lessons that fall into line with a special ed student's IEP needs and goals has in the past been a burdensome process, causing the teacher to water down standardized mainstream curriculum in order for it to fit into a special education classroom's lesson. The special ed teacher was doing more work while the student was, in turn, suffering from a lack of applicable targeted and differentiated curriculum. However, a more positive and brighter future is on the horizon for special education teachers with the inclusion of technologically driven curriculum and lesson alternatives. In slide 1, Roland states, through built-in tools that help teachers learn to meet students' individual educational plans, special education technology has the power to provide the optimum support that students with special needs require to participate and learn along with their mainstream peers. Technology is becoming more and more integrated into today's classroom. Tablets, laptops, desktop computers, and educational applications are all becoming more commonplace in today's classrooms, and learning all of this new technology can be a never-ending task. But with the right training and practice, new technology becomes a tool which expands young minds, deepens understanding, and broadens horizons. And while technology advances, some of our teachers are struggling to understand the technology being introduced and used in their classrooms. Unfamiliar software means that teachers are struggling with the use of the technology that is supposed to be making education easier. But this is not how it should be. We need to embrace the 21st century and learn with our students, so we can learn together the new technologies that are being introduced to us daily. A 2010 article in Social Studies Research and Practice titled Using Technology to Prepare Critically Thinking Global Citizens states that children ages 2 to 8 are the fastest growing group when it comes to internet usage. This means that by the time these children reach school age, they will likely have a better understanding of technologically based learning systems than the teachers who are teaching them, and better even than their own parents. Teachers and parents need to be effective with their learning abilities to keep up with the younger students. The only way that this can happen is if they are willing to learn the newer technologies as they are introduced. The question is, how to incorporate these technological learning systems for the maximum benefit of the student and the ease of understanding for teachers and parents as well. The technological tool that I am presenting fits into this mold as it firstly offers standards-based curriculum designed for use in special education classrooms, curriculum that is aligned with Common Core state standards for mainstream curriculum and which fills the requirements for adequate learning standards at differentiated levels in various special education settings. This tool is called the Unique Learning System. The Unique Learning System, developed and made available by News2You, is the solution that not only teachers and administrators have been searching for, but parents too. The Unique Learning System offers established lesson plans and monthly and yearly layouts, complete with all of the material necessary to guarantee a student's success through transitional status. The teacher has every tool needed to assure a successful special educational experience for their special needs students. The Unique Learning System is also accessible to family or guardians of the special needs students as well. This means that the family of the special ed student will be able to not only keep up with their students' performance in the classroom, but also be able to utilize the system as a source for home-based curriculum to utilize when away from the classroom, ideally suitable for summer breaks or long holiday periods. These accessible lesson plans allow the student to maintain their level of involvement on a continual basis. While anyone can access this system by purchasing a subscription from News2You, integrating the system into a special needs classroom and getting students' parents involved is a task that most are unwilling to undertake. My community-based project tackles this problem by being designed as a means to train the teacher and the parents in the curriculum being taught to the student. My project incorporates a 6 to 8 hour scheduled class, which will be attended by the special needs student, their family member or members, and their teacher. The purpose of the project is to bring all of the parties together before the school year begins in order to teach them how the Unique Learning System can and will benefit not only the student, but also their parents and teacher. Everyone together will learn how to use the Unique Learning System effectively both at school and at home. Let's take a quick look at the project schedule so that we can gain more insight into exactly how my community-based project will help to achieve these goals. 1 to 2 weeks prior to the start of the school year, our school will notify registered students' parents of the opportunity that will be offered to be involved in the Unique Learning System training program through their child's school. This notification would be in the form of a digital pamphlet giving an oversight of the system and presenting the benefits to being involved in the program. This opportunity would be required attendance as a part of the student's registration orientation process. On the date of the training, a schedule similar to this one would take place. Notice that our special education students are also integrated into this training with a special tour of the school's facilities in the morning and as a part of a hands-on ULS training in the afternoon. Everyone would enjoy a meet and greet at the onset of the day. A light continental-style breakfast will be offered before separating the students from the teachers and parents when training begins. Students will tour the grounds, enjoy making some crafts, participate in monitored outdoor activities while the teachers and parents are introduced to the Unique Learning System. Following a short introduction to ULS, our teachers and parents will begin to explore the system lesson by lesson. And since they are working together on the system, they are learning together and are able to share with each other the needs of the child from each other's perspective. Teachers gain vital information from the parents about their new student they will be charged with teaching for the coming year, and parents will be familiarized with opportunities they will have to assist in their child's education on the home front, away from the classroom. This period will allow the teachers to begin the deciphering process for differentiating their students and understanding their new students' learning levels as defined within the ULS. They will both participate in role-playing activities based on actual ULS lesson plans, getting their hands dirty, so to speak, in a real-world environment, the same real-world environment that the students will be in during the coming school year. After they have all spent time learning how to use ULS and have each had a chance to use the system, both as a teacher or parent, and role-playing as the student, a lunch break will be taken, giving them time to reflect on the system which they have spent time learning that morning. With teachers and parents sharing a table at mealtime, their students will join them for lunch to share their morning activities. Aside from training, the morning session and the following shared lunch period is designed to create a bond between teacher and parents, opening channels of communication which will be so vital over the school year to come. Teachers and parents have a moment to get to know each other a little bit better, and students begin to get familiarized with their teachers before the afternoon session begins. Our afternoon session will include our special students and is far less formal in structure. In reviewing the ULS system upon returning to the classroom, our students are exposed to the system for the very first time. After a short and informal how-to lesson, our students will be given their first assignment. This assignment is the first opportunity for our teachers to evaluate our students' efficiencies as well as deficiencies in using the system. It also allows the parents to see their students' actions and reactions in an educational setting. A short break early in the afternoon will allow me, the trainer, to answer questions that students, teachers, and parents may have about the ULS and its use. After a few minutes away from the screen, a short evaluation will take place from within the ULS itself. The evaluation allows the students to get acquainted with the testing functions within ULS and also sets expectations for parents, establishing the testing requirements and supporting the teachers' positions as evaluators. There will be no correct or incorrect answers to the testing and evaluations. There will be plenty of time for that during the regular school year. Rather, the opportunity to learn together, work together, and understand together will be focused on, culminating in a group question and answer session at the end of the day. The curriculum for the training class itself entails an in-depth analysis of the unique learning system by both the parents and the school district. Lessons for the class come from within the system itself for a true hands-on learning system experience for everyone involved. The training class is designed to not only familiarize the participants with the system, but to also begin opening channels of communications, break down walls, and establish expectations not just for the students, but the teacher and parents as well. It is my hope that through this project, we will be able to shine a light on the importance of gaining a better understanding of our school's special education program and the expectations and requirements of everyone involved in order to create a successful transitional students.